Coming up, a Gold Star tribute, how residents of Mineola honored our fallen soldiers.
Also, Texas pediatrics, why children's hospitals are at capacity.
And unintentionally going viral, how this nurse's video got people's attention.
Local, experienced, trusted. This is KETK Live at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Frank Jefferson.
And I'm Katie Pratt. Thank you all for joining us.
Flames broke out in Longview earlier this morning.
Yeah, and the fire destroyed 2 buses and 3 firefighters were injured. The Nicholson paint and wall covering store caught fire first, causing the most damage. Most of the firemen were injured when the front of the paint store collapsed. Then flames spread to Tatum Music. The fire marshal says the fire is under investigation as an intentionally set fire. A suspect was arrested and is now in custody of Longview police.
A memorial wall is here in East Texas to remember Americans' fallen soldiers, and the event was organized by the Tribute to America's Fallen Foundation, and the wall came in on Friday night and will remain there through Sunday evening. And residents gathered in Mineola earlier today to remember the veterans that lost their lives serving their country. And Golden Star families, they united around the memorial wall to speak about their experiences living without their loved ones. Along the wall are the names of fallen soldiers from the United States Army, Marines, Air Force, and Navy.
It's really open to the public right now from this morning till 9 o'clock tonight. The same way tomorrow. It'll be 8 a.m. to 9 o'clock tomorrow night, and then we'll be taking it down on Monday.
Wood County has a 10% veteran population, and I know we have Gold Star families here. We need to honor our veterans, our Gold Star family members whose loved ones gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Seeing it on the wall is hard, but it fills our hearts with honor and pride. It's really hard to put a feeling on it. But if we had to, I'd say it's more pride than anything.
The community will be having quilts of honor and quilts for comfort to honor those who lost a loved one during combat. And the memorial wall will stand until Sunday night, like we said before, and where families can take photos and remember the soldiers that served in the Afghanistan, Vietnam, and Gulf Wars. In your news from our nation's capital, the Senate is working through the weekend to pass the $1.2 trillion infrastructure package.
In a key vote today, Democrats and Republicans came together to advance the plan. KETK's Raquel Martin joins us with more.
The international travel industry is going broke.
If we don't do anything now, by the end of the year, the U.S. will lose $90 billion and 1.5 million jobs.
Roger Dow, president and CEO of the U.S. Travel Association, says international travel is crucial to the U.S. economy. But the Biden administration says now is not the time to open the U.S. to international travelers.
We will plan to maintain existing travel restrictions at this point.
The Biden administration says agencies are starting to develop plans for international travelers to be able to return to the U.S. in a safe and consistent way, but only when the time is right. White House COVID response coordinator Jeffrey Zients says when the U.S. does open to tourists and other non-essential travelers,
for nationals traveling to the United States may, there's still policy work being done here, may need to have some type of a vaccine requirement.
We're okay with this being a first step. Over the long term, we think the travel community and countries have to figure out how multiple ways you can enter a country.
Dow says when travelers return, the money and jobs will too. In Washington, Alexandra Limon, KETK News.
A monument dedication is taking place at a Houston park today. This marks the 56th anniversary of signing the Voting Rights Act. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the act into law in 1965. Mayor Turner of Houston was there to accept the monument on behalf of the city. Vice President Kamala Harris gave virtual remarks during the ceremony.
As I sit at this desk, which was once his desk, I am reminded that President Johnson led through extremely difficult times, through national grief, through global threats, through deep-seated injustice. And I believe that there are lessons we can all learn from this monument of a man and apply to the moment we're now in.
President LBJ was also a supporter of the U.S. space program. During his time as a senator, he helped draft and enact the legislation that became the National Aeronautics and Space Act of 1958. The monument in Little Tranquility Park will also feature a memorial to the astronauts who perished on Apollo 1.
And top executives from Ford and GM, they were at the White House today, where President Biden outlined a plan to fight climate change.
KETK's Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson reports on how they are pushing for new automobile standards by 2030.
President Joe Biden says by 2030, half of all cars and trucks sold in the U.S. should have zero emissions.
Folks, the rest of the world is moving ahead, and we've just got to step up.
The president signed an executive order Thursday to help make that possible, and major U.S. car companies and union auto workers have signed on to the plan too.
A future of the automobile industry that is electric.
The president says car emissions are the single biggest contributor to climate change in the U.S. Here at the Capitol, the Senate continues to work on the bipartisan infrastructure bill that includes $7.5 billion for electric vehicle charging stations. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg calls it a critical investment.
That's creating jobs for the workers who make them.
But West Virginia Senator Shelley Moore Capito says the White House needs to remember the millions of Americans who will continue to gas up instead of plug in.
We're going to still have a lot of people driving cars that that they own that still use gasoline.
Capito says she has many questions when it comes to this push by the White House.
What's the cost of an electric vehicle to the consumer? Have we looked at that?
The White House says automobile manufacturers are working to make electric vehicles affordable for every American to drive. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
In your coronavirus coverage, COVID cases among young children are rising in parts of Texas, pushing Children's Hospital to the limit. Doctors say when you add COVID to the mix with typical respiratory illnesses and traumatic injuries that kids experience during the summer, hospitals across the state are at or near capacity. Travis County was averaging 3 new COVID-19 cases a day in early July. And since then, data from Austin health experts shows a big jump of cases in children under the age of 10. This last Thursday alone, there were 60 new reported cases.
We decided not to put them in daycare because of the Delta variant. So we're pretty much going back to previous pandemic precautions.
The CDC recommends for children 12 and older to get the vaccine, and for children between the ages of 2 and 12 to wear a mask in public spaces and around people they don't live with.
And what started as a plea for spreading awareness ended up making a Shreveport nurse go viral. 34-year-old Felicia Croft is a registered nurse for the COVID ICU unit at Willis-Knighton. And she posted a video on Facebook just a few days ago sharing what it's like seeing young patients diagnosed with the virus.
This surge has been like mentally harder and emotionally harder just because the people that we're treating are my age. I'm 34. And I know, like, I want to see my kids grow up. Also, the mental strain of knowing that we do know more now and there's more help now and people aren't taking advantage of it.
Her video got more than 1 million views worldwide. She's a wife and a mother of 3. Her whole family has had the virus in recent months. She says she just wants to spread awareness so people can get vaccinated.
Some countries are barred from traveling to the U.S. if they're non-essential travelers.
That's right, and our Washington correspondent Alexandra Lamone reports the Biden administration is starting to plan for the return of more international travelers to the U.S., but the U.S. isn't quite ready for that yet.
The international travel industry is going broke.
If we don't do anything now, by the end of the year, the U.S. will lose $90 billion and 1.5 million jobs.
Roger Dow, president and CEO of the U.S. Travel Association, says international travel is crucial to the U.S. economy. But the Biden administration says now is not the time to open the U.S. to international travelers.
We will plan to maintain existing travel restrictions at this point.
The Biden administration says agencies are starting to develop plans for international travelers to be able to return to the U.S. in a safe and consistent way, but only when the time is right. White House COVID response coordinator Jeffrey Zients says when the U.S. does open to tourists and other non-essential travelers,
for nationals traveling to the United States may, there's still policy work being done here, may need to have some type of a vaccine requirement.
We're okay with this being a first step. Over the long term, we think the travel community and countries have to figure out how multiple ways you can enter a country.
Dow says when travelers return, the money and jobs will too. In Washington, Alexandra Limon, KETK News.
Coming up next on KETK's Live at 5, the 4th annual Fun Day in Tyler. And it helped prepare students for the new school year.
Man, just come on out and let Jesus bless you, man, and just enjoy the day with us and just have fun.
How this day was filled with fun for the whole family.
And back to school carnival, how students were able to get school supplies with a fun twist.
It's going to continue to stay warm getting into the rest of the weekend. We're going to turn it up just a little bit as we get into Sunday. I'll have more details in your 7-day after the break.
The Patterson dealerships of Tyler, our #1 goal is exceptional customer service.
I definitely feel a sense of pride. I feel a sense of family. You know, we watch it as a family, and it's very exciting. And being able to see these athletes compete, and you know, they essentially trained their entire lives for this moment.
These athletes work for a long, long time to train and compete. And when you've accomplished what you've been working at, it's a satisfying feeling.
It's in our blood. It's in our sweat. It's in our genes. We are Cavenders, and this is how we live. Save on Wrangler at Cavender's Back to School sale. Buy 2 men's, ladies, or kids' Wrangler jeans and get 1 free. Plus, men's Wrangler shirts are 15% off. Going on now at Cavender's.
What matters to you matters to us. At the Sloan Law Firm, this is our commitment to you. And Lake Fork Stables shares that commitment. Lake Fork Stables' Riders Up program provides access to horses for kids from low-income families to autistic children who need a constant in their life. Thank you, Lake Fork Stables, for being an important part of our community. Go to KTK.com to submit a nonprofit you think goes above and beyond.
Hi, I'm Kristen Carver with Dowdleplex in Mineola. We've been selling new Chevrolets to the East Texas area for over 25 years. So make the short drive to Dow and let us get you in your next new Chevrolet. At Dowdleplex, seeing green is saving green.
Shop local. Shop Nacogdoches. Natural Stone and Design offers a variety of floor tiles, mosaic tiles, and cabinet hardware for homeowners and builders. With 40 years of experience fabricating and installing natural and quartz countertops, choose Natural Stone and Design.
Earlier today, residents gathered to celebrate their 4th annual Fun Day at the Glass Recreation Center in Tyler. The event included food, drinks, music, and even a bouncy castle. Children received notebooks and other writing supplies to prepare for the new school year.
We want to get the kids to get all their last playing out before school starts. That's our desire, right? So when you go to school, it's business, right? We want to be able to compete with other states and other students. And we want to get our kids geared toward that. Man, just come on out and let Jesus bless you, man, and just enjoy the day with us and just have fun.
Despite the pandemic, the event was not canceled last year. But this year, some families opted to wear a mask because of the rising COVID-19 numbers. Organizers hope the event will motivate students to perform well in school and pursue careers.
First Lindale United Methodist Church is holding its 5th annual Back to School Carnival. The purpose of the event is to help children in the community get school supplies in a fun way. When students play games and face challenges at the carnival, they get to win school supplies. And the people who created the event say this carnival was made to help people who are in need without any judgment from others.
It gives everybody a chance to come back together and get excited about going to school, and it meets a community need without any kind of stigma. Everybody can come have fun. You don't have to show proof of income. You don't have to live in Lindale. We just do this for kids in the East Texas area.
The church also created a shoe drive with more than 400 pairs for the children of the community. And when I think about all those shoes, and when I think of the shoes, I think about running. And when I think about running, I think about how I do not want to do it in this heat.
I could have guessed that you were going in that direction, but I actually ran today, so I think I'm too crazy. But it's just a little extra work, you know.
Right.
It's just steam.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. You got to have it, right? All right. But the thing is, we're actually going to get a little bit warmer. So we've been in those low 90s right now. We're going to get into those mid to upper 90s, so enjoy it while it lasts, because it's definitely going to change. We're also going to get a little drier. We've got a couple of showers over the area. We did have one very light shower passing through. We've since dried up here around the loop. We have the sunshine back out again. Not too much in terms of cloud cover either, but we do have a little bit of isolated precipitation starting to pop up just to the south, and these are generally moving off towards the north into the east, but they are fizzling out as we go through the rest of your evening hours. So we did have one shower move through, again, the Tyler area, and that has since moved on. We did have one shower up near Linden move off towards Arkansas into Louisiana. In some places near Crockett, just off towards the west of Houston County, could see maybe a shower or two. As we get through the rest of the night, the sun goes down and these temperatures start to drop. We'll start to see these showers dissipate. But 90 degrees right now in Tyler, same for Gilmore. Longview at 91, Henderson 89. It is still very warm out. The feel-like temperatures still in the triple digits in a few places, so it is still very warm out right now, as those dew points are still in the low 70s. So still going to be muggy, still going to be warm, and we're only going to get warmer as we go through the rest of your weekend into the week. We are going to stay breezy too. Wind speeds at 15 miles an hour right now. We're going to stay breezy not only through Sunday but into Monday, and our nights are going to be warm in the mid 70s, mostly clear. We shouldn't see any precipitation, but in your future cast, we're going to have a little bit of cloud cover for the night, but otherwise we should be mostly clear. It's going to be humid too, as we'll get that southerly influence, and then Sunday we should clear up, maybe one or two very isolated showers down towards deep East Texas, but otherwise lots of sunshine and warmer temperatures. Into Sunday and Monday, we're going to see the same thing, a few clouds to start off the day, as it's going to be humid, and then lots of sunshine Monday afternoon. We should be mostly clear, but again, can't rule out, like what we're seeing today, maybe one or two pop-up showers. But otherwise, into the rest of your 7-day, we should start to see the temperatures climbing, especially here in the middle of the week. We're going to start to see that breezy afternoon for Monday. And Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to be in the mid to upper 90s, and those feel-like temperatures are going to stay in the triple digits. Same thing for deep East Texas, but you might have just a slightly better chance for an isolated shower or storm for the next couple of days. But still, temperatures are going to be very hot. That heat index is definitely going to be in the triple digits, so it will be very, very warm over the course of the next 7 days, so take care of yourself. Drink lots of water, Frank. 7 days a week. Take care of yourself. Over to you.
KETK News is your local Olympic headquarters, and tomorrow is the last day of the Summer Games. Team USA men's basketball went up against France last night.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Katie. And it was a competitive game, and the United States is taking home the gold for the 4th time in a row. That's right. And the Team USA men, they narrowly were beating France Saturday 87-82, securing the top of the podium in the second longest Olympic streak since 1968. And some members of the gold medal team shared their reactions shortly after the win.
The journey was incredible. That's what it's really all about. Just that journey. I'm reflecting on so many moments we had together as a group. Practices on the bus, just talking through stuff. Even we had a team meeting after the first loss, and like, this never happened in Team USA. You know, losing in a tournament and guys coming together trying to figure it out. And it was just a unique experience, and I'm just grateful that I committed to this early and was able to finish it out.
And it's always good to hear from former Texas Longhorn Kevin Durant. And up next in sports, Gary, we have a couple of East Texans to keep our eye on when college football rolls around this season.
Yeah, Frank, many teams opened up camp this week, including Treston Ebner and the Baylor Bears. After the break, we'll hear from the former Henderson Lion on why he wanted to return to Waco for one last ride. You're watching KETK News at 5.
The Patterson dealerships of Tyler, our #1 goal is exceptional customer service.
The Tokyo Olympics.
Let the games begin.
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 Ceremony of it all, the majesty of it all.
Let the games begin.
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 No one likes personal injury lawyers until you need one. I hope you never do, but many of you will. For those of you that do, I want to be your lawyer. I have the qualifications and I practice the ethics that you expect from a lawyer. It's been said that there's a right way to do things. I think I know what that is. I'm always here when you need me. A good settlement is no accident. Call me. Don't get hurt twice.
When a stroke occurs, damage to the brain can result. At UT Health East Texas, we are improving stroke outcomes with mobile technology that tracks patients before, during, and after arrival at the hospital. We're using less invasive surgery that reduces hospital stays and speeds recovery. And our comprehensive stroke center team is ready 24/7 at UT Health Tyler. Because with strokes, saving time saves lives.
Being a patriot means loving your country by putting others before yourself.
It means getting an education and returning home to uplift my family.
It means dedication to research that improves our quality of life.
It means acts of service to support those in need.
It means using my passion to make the world a more beautiful place.
Apply now and be a patriot at UT Tyler.
The KETK Longview Tower Cam is brought to you by the Mansour Law Firm. Your KETK Sports Zone, brought to you by Peters Auto Sports Tyler.
Treston Ebner was a superstar at Henderson High School and has been a playmaking running back in Waco for the Baylor Bears. As the East Texan prepares for a 5th season wearing the green and gold, he's also on the watch list for the coveted Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award. The Bears opened up fall camp this week, and Ebner enters the season ranked 4th in all-purpose yards last season in the Big 12. The former Henderson Lion has played 47 games for the Bears and could have entered the NFL draft after last season, but instead he wanted to come back for one more go-around in Waco, not only to increase his draft stock, but because he wants to leave a lasting impression with his Baylor teammates.
I think a lot of the guys that came back that didn't have to, we all have that together. You know, we all had an understanding, just the whole team, and we just helped let that drive us this offseason. So now the time has come for us to make something happen. It's special because, you know, I know it's the last one. So, you know, I just want to take that and, you know, just work hard every day because, you know, it's my last one. So I want to enjoy it as much as I can with these guys that I've grown to love.
Ebner and the Bears open the season on the road in San Marcos when they take on Texas State on September 4th. Former Carthage Bulldog Keontae Ingram is also on the Earl Campbell watch list. Ingram, who played the last 3 seasons with the Texas Longhorns, transferred to the University of Southern California and impressed the coaches with his performance in the spring game. The Trojans love throwing the ball, but the East Texan expect to add more to their running game in Los Angeles. Practice started this week, but Ingram will get his first live action as a Trojan when USC hosts San Jose State to open the year.
This Silver Star Nation report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
The Cowboys' joint practice with the Los Angeles Rams just got underway out in Oxnard, California. There's not going to be tackling during these sessions, but it will feature some competitive situations. The workout will feature around 60 plays with 65 to 70% of the work that will include the starters. Dallas coming off a Hall of Fame game against the Steelers on Thursday, and head coach Mike McCarthy says this time of year it's all about giving players an opportunity to make the roster.
Primary focus for the preseason from my viewpoint, because it's about development of your roster. And, we're going to have some tough decisions, and, this will be more suited tomorrow towards, both the one group on both sides, both the Rams and the Cowboys. So, but, our young players definitely benefited from the snaps last night.
Cowboys' next preseason game will be on Friday at 9 p.m. against the Arizona Cardinals. You can see all the action on Fox 51. Hall of Fame ceremony currently underway in Canton, Ohio. Tonight after the Olympics, we'll have a report on Jimmy Johnson and Cliff Harris. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
The Patterson dealerships of Tyler, our #1 goal is exceptional customer service.
KETK Weather is sponsored by Southside Bank.
What has a turbocharged engine, 17-inch alloy wheels, tremendous gas mileage, and Volkswagen's high-resolution digital cockpit? Come and see the Volkswagen Taos SUV at Patterson Volkswagen of Tyler. The features that come standard on the all-new Taos would impress anyone, especially the price. Starting in the mid-20s, the Taos promises to be one of America's most popular SUVs. Home of the absolutely free lifetime warranty at PattersonTyler.com.
Introducing Brahms' new Fresh Market Order Pickup. Get your groceries in as little as 15 minutes. It's easy. Just place your order on the Brahms app or online. Choose from Brahms' exclusive items and groceries, and then select a pickup time that works for your schedule. Brahms' farm fresh milk, meats, freshly baked breads, produce, and more are hand-selected just for you. When you arrive at your neighborhood Brahms, we'll bring your order out to your car for free. Incredibly fast, incredibly convenient.
Shop local. Shop Nacogdoches. Built in 1897 and brought back to its original beauty, Pemberley's at the Jones House awaits your arrival. Enjoy lunch Tuesday through Friday and catering available anytime. 3 lovely rooms are available to extend your stay in historic Nacogdoches. Shop local. Shop Kilgore. Southern beauty lifestyle. Look good and feel good with quality women's clothing and accessories for every size. Equal in style and equal in price. Check us out online. Love the way you look. Love the way you live. Southern beauty lifestyle.
That's the thing about this city. Everything is shared. Joy, pain, everything.
Chicago brings out the very best in all of us.
Chicago Wednesday returns this fall on NBC.
Captain Benson means a lot to you.
We were partners for a lot of years.
You're safe. He's not getting away with this.
Time to make this right.
We keep fighting.
Together.
No, we've got some heat. We know this. Everybody knows. The people watching home, they know. I don't like sweating like that. And we're here in East Texas, and you telling us it's only going to get hotter. Talk to us. Let us know.
Well, it's going to get closer to the upper 90s. We do have a couple of showers around. That would be nice for a little bit of help, but it's really not helping out too much. So everything's still in the 90s, but midweek we should be dry and touching the upper 90s. So it's going to be hot.
We need our AC, and we'll see you back here at 6.
What's new at TQ? Check this out.